Hi, I'm Josh Allen from PSC Motorsports, and today we're going to be putting a cylinder assist kit on this diesel Gladiator. The EcoDiesel Gladiator kit comes with a ported gearbox, cylinder and cylinder brackets, cooler bracket, and cooler lines, the new upgraded electric power steering pump, and our electric power steering pump special fluid. First step is to remove the inner fenders on both sides, but I like to remove the entire flare and inner fender. It's 4 10mm bolts and 1 push clip, and then you just have to rip them off. Next is the engine cover and air box, 1 10mm bolt, and a constant tension clamp. Remove 2 boost tubes and the bracket for the air box to gain access to the pump and gear. The first step to get your pump and your gearbox out is you need to remove this intercooler tube and this intercooler tube. So this is a 14mm. You pop up this little clip, and now you can slide off the top of the boost tube. You pull that off, just flop her back. And now we just get your boost tube loose. Slide it up, set it out of the way. We're going to get the high pressure line off the pump. You can cut your return line. So now you want to get these push tabs out. Pinch, pull, pinch, and pull. And your next step will be to grab this, get this 10mm out and the 2 13s that hold the pump in, and pull the pump out. Before you pop off the input shaft on the gearbox, always secure your steering wheel so you don't break your clock spring. So now we're going to pull out this little bracket that holds the air box so that you can pull the steering gear out from the top instead of having to drop it out from the bottom. Now you can pull your airbox bracket out. Our steering wheel's tied down, so we're going to grab a 13mm and undo the input shaft real quick. Now we just got to separate it from the gearbox. Now we'll get our lines. And be careful not to bend these lines because you're reusing your high pressure line. So now both our lines are free, so now all we gotta do is undo our drag link from our pitman arm, and we can pull out the steering gear. Now we're going to pull out the boost tubes so you gain clearance to pull out the steering gear. So we pop this end off, loosen that in, and you just rotate and slide her up. We're going to put the ratchet strap on the coil spring, just like the J case, over to the frame so that we can pull the coil spring out of the way so we can get the steering gear out. We're going to pop out the steering gear, so it's these 4 18mm. I like to do the inner by the coil spring first. And this is the part where you get your friend to help you hold the steering gear as you get the last bolt. Unlike the JK steering gear, the EcoDiesel gear comes out from the top. We're going to zap off the nut on the pitman arm. Pop the pitman arm off. Now we've knocked off our pitman arm off our stock gearbox, so now we're going to put our pitman arm onto our PSC gearbox. The pitman arm only has 1 keyway, so it'll only go on 1 way. We're going to zap it down. So now we're going to loosen the AN fittings, because it's always nicer to have those loose before you get in the vehicle. Before you get your gearbox in, you want to remove the 2 front factory bolts and install the 2 bolts that come in our bolt kit, because these bolts will be longer. Now you are ready to install your gear. All right, so now we're going to drop the gear in. And it's the same way you got it out. You got to finagle it in. So now we're going to get the input shaft back on. She should just slide back up in there. So, taking out your grill, you pop up this little tab and then you pull out the little push pin. And you're going to have 6 of these little push pins. If your vehicle is equipped with aftermarket bumpers and winch, you may need to loosen your winch to remove the grill. Now we're going to pull the grill off, and it's just push style, just like the JK. So we are loosening the low pressure line so we can remove it to put our cooler kit in. We're going to try to get this bolt out over here. This is the passenger side low pressure line. So now we're going to put our cooler together outside the vehicle. So first step is we're going to apply our Loctite to all of our fittings, right? So cooler facing outwards towards the grill. You want the dash 6 to be on the bottom on the driver's side. Go ahead and finger that in there. You want the dash 6 to be on the top side on the passenger side, so that when the fluid comes in, it has time to cool down as it leaves the cooler. Nice and snug. All right, so now you got your plugs in and your fittings. Now we gotta put the cooler on the cooler bracket. So we're gonna flip the cooler over, flip your bracket over. It'll be going into the top peg on the bracket closest to the top of the cooler bracket. So now we're going to grab our stainless fit hardware, slide them in there, grab your screwdriver, slide it in there till you see. Now we're going to take our little Allen heads, and start these guys, and this is going to be a 4mm. You're ready to install your cooler on your diesel Gladiator. So you're going to put it right up here. It's going to have the hardware included. You're going to put the bolt in. Washer goes on the back side. We're going to get the low pressure onto the gearbox. We're going to go in through this little hole right here. You take your SF02, and this is going to be the port closest to the input shaft. You want to go ahead and stick them in there. Get her nice and snug, and don't crank on it too much, because that your stainless going into aluminum. You don't want to strip out the aluminum. Run her all the way down. There again, 11/16. Hold the line so it doesn't rotate. You want to go ahead and snug that down. And while we're here, we can go ahead and put the high pressure back into the gearbox. Before you do that, we want to replace this O-ring. Now you got your gearbox side on, let's get our cooler side on. It just slips right on there. For your first step before you put your electric pump in, you need to take this bracket and transfer it onto your new electric pump. Next step, you're going to want to get your stock reservoir. And this isn't even a reservoir, it's just your fill port. So you want to get that off your stock electric pump. Now, we're ready to install our electric pump. Stick your reservoir on through. Now we're going to feed our pump up into the hole. And it kind of just rotates and drops into place. So after you get in place, you get your 213s in place, start them. We'll take off your plug cover, and now we can slide the plugs back into the pump. And then push your little red tabs forward to lock the plugs into place. You want to find your high pressure line. We'll pull the plug out of the new electric pump and slide the high pressure line in. To install your passenger side cooler line to your pump, first step is to remove this little core support bar. Your 45 is going to go to your cooler, and this little pocket right here is where you're going to slide your line into. The line from the cooler makes a 180-degree turn and then is hooked into the electric power steering pump. With the pump and gear and cooler in place, now you can reassemble everything in the engine bay. So we need to trim down these tabs in the center of the grill just a little bit to clear the cooler. Before you install your cylinder, you need to remove your stock stabilizer shock. So over here on the tie rod end, that's going to be 18 millimeter. Now you have 3 13s to get your stabilizer bracket off. One of them you can get to with the impact. The other ones you're going to have to get with a wrench. You're going to take your 2 bolts that came out of the top stabilizer bracket and reuse them. Now, I want to run all these all the way down yet until you get the aluminum brackets around the tube. And these brackets just go around the tube. You run the bolts in through the back side. And you might have to start the bolts before you put the brackets on there. And you're going to put your washers. And then your nuts. And now you got all the bolts started, you go ahead and tighten down the factory hardware so it sucks it up flush. You are ready to tighten your U-bolts or your bolts on your bracket. So now we're going to put our tie rod bracket on. So it just slips right onto there and it goes through your factory holes. So now you're ready to put your cylinder on. And drop your bolt through. Now we're ready to put lines on and fill her up. You want to remove the AC bracket and bend the lines down very gently so that you can get your cylinder assist lines onto the gearbox. So now we tighten our cylinder lines. All right, so now we're going to pop our drag link back in. We will fill the system with our new electric power steering fluid. We engineered this fluid to work specifically for our electric power steering pumps. In a stock electric Jeep power steering pump, the pressure is maxed out at 1500 PSI. The PSC electric power steering pump is capable of 1800 PSI. Software mapping to electric power steering pump is similar to an EFI system, with the original manufacturer's map with various flow rates based on speed. The PSC Cylinder Assist software map provides max flow at all times to minimize steering effort with larger tires, and it's designed specifically to work with the PSC hydraulic assist system. To bleed electric power steering system takes more time. You have to work the wheel back and forth like normal, but it takes multiple engine starts, stops to get the fluid all through the system. All right, we just wrapped up our Diesel Gladiator kit. We're gonna go test drive it, and we're ready for the next one. For information on this kit or any of our components, head to pscmotorsports.com.